I recently ruptured my Achilles tendon and I had to have surgery a few days later. And the question that has come up from a lot of people is what's the better approach? Surgery versus non surgery? I don't think it's a very simple answer. And before I answer it, I just want to let people know that I'm not by all means a surgeon or a medical profession specialist, but I can only tell you based on my experience what I think might be the right approach and why. But I don't think it's as simple as one is better than the other. I ended up taking emergency surgery within 3 days after my Achilles tore because I do a lot of athletic activities, my job requirements, because it requires me to run and move a lot, and then also the fact that if I wanted to really get back to my my sports or work a lot quicker and at 100, close to 100%, I felt like surgery was the best route. Now, some people, you've seen it on various YouTube videos and just talking to people that, some people have taken a non-surgical approach, and I don't see anything wrong with that. But I think the one thing I would tell somebody is that if you were to look at what's better, surgery versus non-surgery, I think you have to look at various factors. So some of the factors that I've noted here are such things as your activity level, your age, and your personal goals. So based on those things alone, for myself, I felt that surgery was the best approach. Now, if you want to go the non-surgical route, I think one thing you have to factor in too is to look at what might help is to look at the pros and the cons of each one, right? So I've made a note here. So basically with surgical treatment, the pros is that the big pro is that there's a lower risk of re-rupture versus non-surgical where there's a higher risk, right? But the other thing too with going the non-surgical route is that you risk the challenges that come up sometimes with a surgery, like infections and blood clots and those sort of things. But again, I think what it comes down to is that if you're looking to do the surgery versus non-surgery, you really have to look at things such as your activity level, your age, and what your personal goals are. So no matter what route you decide, what I would tell you is that make sure to do your homework ahead of time and make sure that when the Achilles injury happens, to get it checked out as soon as possible. Then from there, after you've spoken to a couple specialists and have had a moment to think, to speak with others, then at that point you can come up with the right decision with what works for you. So for me, surgery has been the best approach. My recovery time has been, gone up because of it, but at the same time, that's not for everybody. So I'd like to know in the comments, what do you think is better, surgical versus non-surgical? And also, how is your recovery coming in terms of the Achilles injury? So yeah, we'll leave it there and have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.